Wash your hands, don't touch your face, wipe things down, clean up your space. When you do responsibly. If you feel you're getting ill, isolate at home and chill. No, you're not alone. Please pick up your phone and call 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Health 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Community Radio Station will provide you with more information. Say Rainier Avenue Radio. Your community radio station will provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio.
The beat of the Fox with nastiness is back on K-Fox Night Beat.
Yo, what's the deal? It's the legendary Hall of Fame DJ Mixmaster Ice from UTFO.
What's up? Who do you thought this is? This is Sir Mix-a-Lot.
And this is Terry Lewis.
And I'm Grand Mixer GMS.
What's up, y'all? This is DJ Third Degree.
This is JJ Hudson from the High Children family.
Sunday nights from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's K-Fox Night Beat with DJ Nastiness.
Bringing back the memories.
Bringing back the memories.
Bringing Seattle's hottest music.
Bringing Seattle's hottest music. Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
That's my noise.
Peace.
Are you a small business owner in Seattle who was impacted by COVID-19? The Seattle Office of Economic Development is investing $8 million to connect small businesses to operating capital. The Small Business Capital Access Program will lower the cost of Washington State Small Business Flex Fund loans by paying down 25% of the loan principal. Eligible small businesses can borrow up to $150,000 with a 4% interest rate to cover expenses like payroll, rent, utilities, and supplies.
You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Welcome to Real Estate and Money, a half-hour program on Rainier Avenue Radio.world designed to help you whether you're a buyer, seller, investor, or renter in real estate. Your hosts are two local professionals who will escort you on your journey. Violeta Strash, who has years of media advertising and marketing experience and brings this extensive knowledge to John L. Scott Real Estate and all our clients. And Tina Lombard, who is a mortgage loan originator with Guaranteed Rate Affinity, with over 28 years of experience. And now here's Violeta and Tina.
Hello. Hi, is Tina here? I don't see Tina. Anyway, hello everyone. It's Violeta Strash with John L. Scott, Kent North, and we are here every Tuesday, 2:30 p.m. for a half-hour show on real estate and money. So I'm going to go ahead and give you an update on what's happening in the market today. All right, for King County, we have in the past week 328 active listings with 448 homes sold in King County at an average price of $1,082,000. Last year, the same time, our average price for homes sold was $1,140,000. So there's a little difference of 5% increase there. And then from August, I can now report on August because we get these things once a month. And so August to August, we're looking at days on the market, 15 days in 2021, 12 days in 2022. So there's a difference of 3 days there. Percent of the list price. Last year, we were looking at 105.5% above asking price. So 5.5% above asking price. This year, it's 106.2%. So there's a slight increase there. And then we have showings to listings, 18 showings this past year. it'll take, there's an average of 18 homes. If you're a seller, 18 groups coming through your home before it lists. And then for each listing. And then in 2022, there was 16 showings per listing. So currently we're talking about. And then showings to pending, 28 last year, 23 this year. So there's 5 days difference in the number of showings before it goes pending. Then in Pierce County, we're looking at 242 homes listed at an average of $627,000 and sold 234. $640,000 was an average price of your home sold. And last year at this time, $603,000. So it went down a little bit. So we're looking at a shift in the market, most definitely. And August to August, days on the market in Pierce County, it's pretty even. 14 days, 2 weeks on the market. Percent to list price, 104.1% last year versus 102.8% this year. And then we're looking at the showings per listing, 13 showings. Last year, 9 is all it took this year to get your house up on the pending block. Then we're looking at showings to pending, 19 showings versus 15 this year. And here we go for, we're looking at Snohomish County. Right now, active listings, 147 homes, 184 homes have been sold from the inventory that we've had at an average price of $842,000. And last year was $821,000 was the average sales price. So again, we're looking at a slight decrease of $20,000 from year to year. Days on the market for August, 13 days versus 22 days on the market. So pretty even again here in Snohomish County. Percent to list price, 105.4% versus 104.9% this year. And then we're looking at showings per listing, 18 showings last year in August, 13 this year. Showings to pending. So there are 24 days, or I'm sorry, 24 showings, meaning there are 24 groups that have come through before it went pending. And this year, 19 groups. So a little less, but we're looking at consistently pricing it correctly, getting it done. And here we go. Let's keep selling those homes, and happy Labor Day yesterday to everyone. Hopefully you all had a great weekend. Daniel, is Tina there?
Yes.
Oh, I was getting worried.
Sorry, I had a new laptop and I couldn't get the audio to work, so I figured it out. Yeah. Yes. So hello, everyone, and I want to say thank you once again for joining us. And I do have the rates up for Daniel to peek at really quick. As you can see, the rates are starting to come back down just a little bit. They're not back into the 4s or anything like that, but the average price right now is hovering right around 5%. So V, that's a whole full drop of a point from just over a month ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if you pull up the actual numbers, Daniel, on that right there. Yeah, as you can see right there. If you look at the rates really quick, you see 5.125, 5.25. Let me see here. 5% or what have you. Average 15-year. I'm sorry, 15 years 5.2, and average what is it called? 5 years at 5.3. But then I'm sorry, average 30-year fix is at 5.99. So so rates are kind of doing funny things right now, and just jump on board or what have you, see what you can get. I was able to price some loans last week at 5.5 for jumbo, 5.8 for jumbo. So it really depends on where you're going and what time of the day it is. Usually at the end of the week, rates are lower than at the beginning of the week. So be very cognizant of that. Could you show this really, really quick again, Daniel? If you look at that, August 31st, you see it was at the very bottom there. It says 5.74 was the average rate. September 1st was 5.84. So it went up a little bit. Now it's at 5.99. So it's still in the fives. You see it's slowly inching up. And of course, that is with the fact that the Federal Reserve a couple of weeks ago did come out and say that they were going to up the interest rates. So things are slowly moving up. Thank you, Daniel. I think I'm done with that now. But what's going on is those rates are going up higher, which means that your payments are going to be higher. So if you bought a $500,000 home and you put $100,000 down and your loan was $400,000, your payments at 5.75 are going to be lower than payments at 5.99. Okay. It may be a $50 difference, maybe a $30 difference. However, the prices of houses that once were on the market at $900,000, maybe they're at $850 right now because they're slowing down. So if you bought a house a month ago with a rate at 5.75, $400,000, let's say your payments were $3,000, for example. Now the interest rate is higher. But the house came from $900 down to $850. Now your payments are probably still $3,000. Okay, so the rates went up, but the housing market has slowed down. So the prices of houses are slowing down. So the rate going up may affect your payments, but then again, it may not affect the price of the home. So when you put all the combination together, it may still be a very good time for you to buy. Don't let the rate be the end all in determining whether you buy a house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, again, the rates aren't 2.5 like they were last year. The houses aren't 1.5 million anymore either. Okay. So it's a good thing. The bottom line is if your family needs to move, if you need to move from a house, if you need to buy another house, if you're going to get married, who cares what the rates are? Either you buy a house or you don't buy a house. If you're going to buy a house, take the rate that is being offered and do the best you can. And you might be pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
That's it for my mortgage segment.
Well, Daniel, I sent over a little video real quick from John L. Scott, a recap of August, just going into September. And let's take a look at this 30-second video. Okay. Do you have it queued up? I can't see the chat. Tina, does he say anything?
Oh, video did not work.
It didn't work. Oh,
okay.
Never mind. But you know what, everyone, what's happening right now? Kids are back to school. So a lot of people are done shopping for homes for a little bit. If you have a family, you want to be situated where you are now so that kids are not moving in the middle of the school year. Right. And they don't want to do that. And you certainly have so much on your plate. But we're going to talk about what's happening with the market. Tina, did you have some advice for folks that have kids? And,
Yes. During the summer months, people are doing vacations. Their head is like in their backyard and partying and all that fun stuff. Now that the kids are back to school and we're buckling down for the year, taxes are going to come up at the end of the year. This is the time for you to do a financial sweep of your mortgage, of whether you want to be there another year or not. If you have a graduate that's going to be graduating this coming year, you may want to make decisions about buying them a condo where they're going to college or downsizing your house. So those are all things that we're going to tackle and talk about. Whenever there's a major life change in a family, housing usually is the first thing that needs to be reconsidered.
Okay. Should we go on a break? A little break. Okay.
Tune in to Real Estate and Money every Tuesday afternoon from 2:30 to 3 here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Join your hosts Violeta Strash with John L. Scott Kent North and Tina Lombard with Guaranteed Rate Affinity. They'll help you navigate the waters of our volatile real estate market and offer you some guidance on how to make your hard-earned money work to make your dreams come true. Learn about current trends, get tips on financial matters, and have fun, interactive discussions about your home inside and out. That's Real Estate and Money.
Great. Okay, so where do we begin, V?
Well, okay, there are still people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, even though kids are back to school, there's still people looking for homes. And if the school district is of importance to them, they need to actually talk to the agent and let them know what it is that they're looking for, what schools, what area of town, what city. And because they need to get going. And there are still like the colleges, they're not back to school yet. They're more like near the end of September, right? I don't know what it is there in Denver, Tina, but I know like the U is like a few weeks away. And so there's still people looking, and there are sites that you could go to take a look and see. Say you're moving in from out of town, right? Or I'm going to Denver, and I want to know what's happening in Denver. Where are safe neighborhoods? Where are the best schools? And there's this great site called greatschools.org, and they have provided information and educational support for parents. And all you need to do, Daniel, did you get the PowerPoint? Okay, here it is. Greatschools.org, empowering parents through information. And they serve over 49 million users every year. And this website is a great place for you to learn about school districts and explore research insights, access thousands of free evidence-based parenting resources to support your child's learning and well-being. So Great Schools collects information from 51 state departments of education and the federal government to provide analysis, insights, and school quality ratings. So that's what, if it's important to you, like it was to us, you need to talk to your agent and tell them, hey, what is a great school district on the east side? And, the next slide, Daniel, is an area where we used to live. I said, Issaquah, what's happening in Issaquah? And so you see, it pulls up a map, gives you a list of schools. So there are 35 schools, and you're only seeing 3 of them. And the top 3 is Skyline High School, East Lake High School, and an elementary school, Rachel Carson. And if you look at the ratings, 10 out of 10, that's top. If one is really below average, 10 is above average. You're looking at a few really great schools over in the Issaquah area. That's all I knew because that's where we lived for a number of years. Our kids grew up there. One went to Eastside Catholic High School, which is not part of this. But if you look at the top, you can look at public and private schools. So the dots will, and the balloons will change. The dots are non-rated schools as of yet. Maybe they're new. There's a lot of new schools popping up everywhere because density. You need more schools when you got so many people moving into an area. But then the other great thing is below, if you look at Skyline High School, for example, great school where my son Kyle went to school, on that little square with the information on the high school, you see a little house sign that says homes for sale. You click on that, and then boom, next slide, Daniel. You're going to see a list of homes and different price ranges. Don't let these over $1.5 million homes scare you, because there are some and they're just not showing up here. There's a bunch of homes that we could look at. So this is a great site if you're looking for, if you're looking for specific areas and specific schools. It's just an awesome resource for parents to go to. And there's a lot of educational tips there besides. And then you come to me and say, hey, look, I found this house. And it's in the Issaquah School District. It's by Skyline. I think Skyline's a good school. I'm moving over there from Renton. And can you help me take a look at some homes? And then I'll say, yeah, let's do that. Let's get you through financing. Let's talk to Tina and see if this is where you can afford to buy a home. And there goes the process of finding the right place based on the right school for you and your child.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Okay. Well, I gave Daniel a list of really quick, Daniel, if you can pull that up. It's a list of some of the school districts in Colorado. So can you pull that up really quick for me, Daniel? And when you actually buy a home in a certain area, you want to look at where the best schools are, especially if you have kids. So like we've got Cheyenne Mountain, that's Colorado Springs. That's in the central heart of Colorado. You got Telluride School District. You've got people like Oprah Winfrey and, Tom Cruise live up there in Telluride. Aspen School District, a very good place for schools. I don't know if anybody can afford Aspen, but good school district. If you keep going down in my neck of the woods, there's Boulder Valley, and that's up in Boulder. And if you go down one more is Cherry Creek School District, and that's where I live in. So thank you, Dan. You can take that off now. But if I were buying a home in Colorado and I was relocating, and I do have a family of kids that are in elementary or under, or I'm in high school or under, I want to find out what the best high schools are. Where are they located? And like Cherry Creek, if you want to live in Denver, that would be a district in which you want to buy within. So I know here we've got the largest high schools west of the Mississippi, the Colorado Trails, Cherokee Trails High School and Grandview High School, which is right near me. And they, they have a pilot program. You graduate from there, and there's some programs that continue for 2 more years to get your commercial air pilot or pilot license type of thing. So if I was moving to Colorado, I would look up the school districts and I would buy in that neighborhood. If I was moving into Aspen area, if I was moving into Colorado Springs, what school district in Colorado Springs is top in Colorado? Can I get in that? Can I go 2 blocks down and get in that school district? So of course, college is a big fee for kids. And if you can get a college scholarship and education, so on and so forth, you want to get in the best colleges, you want to get in the best schools districts. So this is very, very pertinent for not only your clients, but you as a realtor to know where to direct your people. So I have a lot of friends right now, and this past week, they've all been taking their kids to college. They've gotten on a plane, they brought their kids to North Carolina or to Atlanta or to LA or something to go to college. And then on the flip side, we have a lot of people moving into Colorado for colleges. So a lot of times, if you do have a kid that's going off to college and they're living in a dorm room or they're living somewhere like that, you may want to consider buying a condo. Okay, buying a condo. Some situations, it could be an investment property. Some situations, it could be a second home, if the parent is there any time of the year. So you may want to look into buying your college student a condo instead of paying for rent at a dorm. I mean, granted, they can cook their own food and survive.
Top ramen. Top ramen.
I have supply. So, and V knows, so this could be a very good time. If you are shipping off a college-bound student, look and see if a condo may be a better alternative. That way, they're not paying rent, you're paying mortgage, and you're going to get equity from that. And then when they leave, you have a house that you can continue to rent. Another thing, too, if you have kids that are graduating from high school, and now you are empty nester boomers, and you're ready to go out and party. You are not in suburbia anymore. You want to go out there and live on the golf course or on the beach or, wherever you want, Cancun, whatever. So this may be a good time to start looking at selling your property. So when the kids get out of school in May, it's in May in Colorado, when you get out of school, that you've got a plan. You've already made an offer on a house, or if you're planning to move, you already know where you're looking. You've targeted that. Also, at the beginning of the year, it's a good time to say, hey, our kids are getting bigger. They're getting more active. We live far away from the high school in which we want to be in. We're thinking about moving at the end of the year. This is a good time for you to start getting your finances together. You're reporting your income, your tax returns at the end of the year. It's a good time to go through and sweep through your finances with a loan officer for free. You can do this for free. Find out what you would qualify for if you should sell your house, if you want to buy, and prepare, even though it is September, soon to be October. If you get qualified, that qualification lasts for like 6 months. You can basically start looking in February to move by the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So right now is a good time if you have somebody graduate from high school, going to college, or if you're an empty nester, or if you just are expecting a new family member, it's a good time to start looking for homes.
Yes, and the market is slow at this time of year. Not a lot of people are looking. It's getting cold and all that. So the weather, there is a seasonality to real estate, and it's starting on its way down. So not a lot of activity, because that's the way it goes. And if you are looking, be a savvy buyer, get out there and buy something now while it's well,
it's good. Well, I told a lot of my realtors that were friends, I'm like, if it snows, if there's like 4 or 5 inches of snow, that's when you take your client out, because there is nobody looking for houses in the snow. And I can't tell you how many of my new realtor friends went out there in the snow and got the first bid. They got it because there was nobody out there in the snow. And it's true, like V said, it slows down. And then when Christmas kicks in, when the holidays kick in, like right after Halloween, people are buying gifts, and they're like caroling and eating food and all that kind of stuff. And people aren't putting offers on homes. So a lot of times real estate companies, they drop their interest rates between like November and January 1st. So you may get some real good deals on rates. There's not a lot of activity. So it's a great time to buy. A lot of times mortgage people want to do that Christmas story. They want to do that Christmas story. So they get a loan that's really hard. It's their Christmas story. They work like tooth and nail to get it into so they get the people there before Thanksgiving or before Christmas.
Right.
So this is an excellent time to look. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always seem to move right before the holidays.
Yes.
So I'm settled in somewhere, and you celebrate your first holiday in your new home. That's kind of cool, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And so that, also the other thing is, if it's raining, go out there and take your buyers, because that's a good time to inspect for leaks and, what's happening around the house during inclement weather. Mm-hmm. So I would do that too. And then the other tip is that now we're into football season, whether it's high school, college, and soon pro. I guess they've already started. But if you go on game day, you drag your husband out. You can go watch this and this game, but please, let's go this weekend. Yeah. And chances are, a lot of people are home watching some big game. And
the Broncos, when the Broncos play the Seahawks this year, nobody's going to be looking for homes, okay? Except for us and our clients.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you want to do.
How are you taking Russell Wilson over there?
Oh, I ran into him on my birthday, right?
Yes, you did tell me.
Italian, him and Sierra. I've been years in Seattle, never met him, but me and him and her and my daughter were the only ones that saw them. They were the last ones in the restaurant. But yes, I've seen him. It's a big ordeal. But when he plays, when he starts playing football, let me tell you, nobody's going to be looking for houses. So that's when you want to go out there, because there's nobody you're going to be competing with.
That's a great tip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you need to do an open house, put on the listing, hey, I've got the big game on TV. Husband, you can come sit down and watch TV while your wife is looking at the house. I've had friends that have done that too.
Well, gosh, we got 1 more minute left. We got less than a minute. But do we have any more announcements, V?
I don't have any announcements. It was a great weekend for Labor Day. I don't know about you, but very relaxing. I'm unpacking. So,
wow. Well, anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching us. We'll see you next week with some more tips, and I hope you go out there and have a great back to school experience.
And go dogs.
You've been listening to Real Estate and Money with your hosts, Violeta Strash and Tina Lombard. For more information, call 206-717-4490. That's 206-717-4490. Go to the Rainier Avenue Radio.world website to find the Real Estate and Money schedule, or tune into our live show every Tuesday afternoon from 2:30 to 3. We will help you find your dream home.
Here with the Rainier